Hello everybody, this is Andy speaking from RumblePack. I decided to make a little tutorial series on producing psychedelic trance with Logic Pro X. It was very important to me that everybody could follow this tutorial, so I decided to use onboard tools only. So if you download Logic from the App Store, you're ready to go. You don't need any additional synths, you don't need any additional sample content, just Logic Pro X. That's it, you're ready to go. In the first one, we will look at creating a kick drum and a bass line, as you can read on the screen, because this is going to be our basis for every future tutorial. Before we start, a little demonstration of what we're going to do, so that you can decide whether this tutorial is for you or not. So first off, I'm going to delete everything so that we can start from scratch, and then create a software instrument. The settings are fine here, so just click Create. We don't need the preset selection on the side, so collapse it to get some more space. We don't need the send effect either, so turn the volume to 0, and now we instantiate our first instrument, and it's going to be an Ultrabeat. In here I found already a drum kit with a decent kick drum, and it is the Minimal Kit 1, so select that one. The kick drum is based on C1. It sounds pretty ugly at the moment, but don't worry, we're going to take care of this. Create an empty MIDI region and create a note on C1. And now, well, obviously we have to place those notes on the downbeat and select and copy them to fill out the entire region, and then adjust. First move it to the right position and then adjust the loop length. Back to Ultrabeat. Double click so it opens, and turn off the noise and the second oscillator. We only want to hear the sample. Envelope 4 here controls our volume, as you can see when you look up here. We want a snappy attack, so grab this handle and drag it to 0. With the other two handles you control the shape of the envelope, how it fades out over time, and we want to drag them more to the right so that the volume stays up. Okay, click on this button here to disable the filter section. We don't need it. The fader here controls the pitch of the sample, and we want to drag this down to around 38 hertz or so. Okay, that looks fine. The blue handle determines how much the envelope affects the pitch. In this case it's envelope 1, and we want to have it some effect, so take the handle, drag it up to about here. So now we can start working with the decay of the pitch envelope. Okay, this sounds already quite good, but let's see what we can do if we add some equalizer. Most kick drums sound a bit harsh between 200 and 500 hertz. So let's activate this band and just drag down to take out some of those frequencies. As you can hear, it just gets a bit more room to breathe and it sounds more open. Okay, let's turn to the bass line. Double click on the empty space, you will get a new track here. Don't forget to turn the send to 0, and this time we're going to use the retro synth. It's a new one introduced in Logic Pro X. We will stay with this init sound, but we have to adjust it. First off, turn the detune to 0, as well as the stereo spread. Every bass line should be mono. And turn off doubling. So now we have a very basic sawtooth. Now let's adjust the amplifier envelope. We want the attack to be 0. We don't want any changes in the sustain. We want the note to stay on maximum level until we release it. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I have some problems with my audio system, so sorry for that. Let's focus on the filter now. What we want to achieve is that the filter closes every time soon after we hit the note, and we achieve that by increasing the envelope amount and then make some adjustments here. Again, we want to hit the note, the filter is open and it closes immediately. So attack time is 0, we don't want any sustain level, and set the decay time to about 220 milliseconds. I actually prefer to use a 12 dB filter because it just sounds a bit more open. Last but not least, let's turn down the key follower. This will result in duller notes when they're higher pitched, and this is exactly what we want. So now we need a bass line. I'm going to copy this region because I'm lazy, mark the notes and just move into the right position. You never want one on the downbeat. Okay, that sounds nice, and we could actually already leave it like that, but for this tutorial I imagine something more full-on like, and that includes transposing in octaves. So select a few notes and just drag them one octave up. That's what we're looking for. So, but let's see what we can do if we apply some equalizer to it. Well, first, turn on the analyzer, go to the settings, turn on oversampling if your CPU supports that, and increase the resolution. always like to add some distortion to my bass lines, and Logic Pro X has a nice new tool for that, and it's called the Bass Amp Designer. Now we don't want to hear the amplifier itself, so we only want to hear the direct box. And please turn down the volume or you're going to blow out your eardrums. Then slide it to the right so that we only hear the direct box, and let's see what's going on. Good, this sounds already quite awesome. But let's add some compression here. Obviously, select the compressor here. And what we want is sidechain compression. So we want the volume to turn down every time we have a kick drum. The problem here is that Logic does not support this right away. We cannot select another instrument as input. So we have to use a little trick, but it's quite easy. So just click on the track and create a track stack from it, and make sure summing stack is selected and click create. So now we have our instrument routed to auxiliary channel, which is bus 5 in this case. And if we now open our compressor again and go to the selection area, now you see it's available for selection. And if you don't want to blow out your eardrums, deselect auto gain. And now we're going to select a different circuit type for the compression. For some reason, the FET mode is just awesome for sidechaining, so select it. Switch off auto release because we're going to manage this ourselves, and move the attack time to 1 millisecond, not 0, because it will cause crackling. And 1 millisecond attack time is not going to be a problem because we don't have anything here, as you see. I like to start with quite extreme settings so that I can really hear what's going on, and then I work myself back until I reach a point where it sounds good. It's obviously pumping now. I hope you can hear it, but I hear only crackling, so I have to reset my audio engine. Nice. So let's make it a bit more interesting by transposing a bit up and down. Okay, take your kick and bass line, copy them, and then select the bass line, select the notes, select the notes and transpose them down for about 4 semitones. Nope, this is not correct here. And then instead of transposing down, we transpose up at the end. Then again, select everything and copy it, and of course adjust the loop length. Of course, you're never really done tweaking. It can always sound better. Per example, we could take the channel EQ and place it after the amplifier and see what that sounds like. I think this sums it up for today. I hope you liked the tutorial and you learned something. If there's enough interest, I think we could talk about percussion next time. So rate, subscribe. We're also on Facebook, and of course I would also appreciate a like there. So thanks again for watching and have a good one.